This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hello everyone. Very good morning to all. So in last session we discussed about arrays, right? So just I have two more values, two more methods are there to discuss here. Sorry, I forget yesterday. The methods are also very important. All these iteration methods only. Let me discuss about those two methods also. Here we have every method every, and we have a method called sum. What is every? Generally, we know all these iteration methods will iterate through the array each and every value. So how many values are there in the array? That many times that these iteration methods will iterate each and every item of the array. This is already we know. Here, the method name itself is saying that every item in the array. Generally, I want to check all the values are passing some condition or not. So in this point of time, so I want to check some test or whatever it may be, all the value. For example, in the array, we have so many values now, right? We will discuss one by one. All the values are divided by 2 or not. I want to know if all the values are divided by 2 or greater than 20 or something like this, right? Now you can see where test equal to, I'm writing every, but numbers dot every value. We have to write something like this called numbers dot every value, right? Exactly. What is this numbers dot every? So in this numbers dot every, we have to pass a callback function. This is the callback function we passed here. The same parameters we have val comma index comma and the original array you are iterating, and this is exactly the thing we are having. So inside of it, I just want to write return. Let me write val greater than or equal to 20. So or 2, okay, just you can write greater than or equal to 20. This is fine, greater than or equal to 20. Then what is the meaning of it? What the value will be saved in the variable test. So every method needs to verify each and every value is satisfying the following condition or not. Every value. Now you can see I'm writing console.log of test. Just if you can print this, can you see what is the output of the program? Just this method will give you some values to you. That is return false, return true. Where is the file? Yeah. Let me run the file. I'm just running the file. If any one of the value passed the test, I think you will see something. Otherwise, I'm getting false. Can you see in the console? So this is not printing anything. Remember guys, here some methods return the data to us. Some method returns the fresh data, fresh array to us. But this method is not doing anything. This method just giving you a value called return true or false. If each and every value in the array satisfies the test, then it will be okay. Otherwise, it is not going to be okay. Now you can see val divided by 2. I'm taking modular division of 2. I'm taking something like this. I'm refreshing the page. Every value is divided by 2. No. Let me take only some values here. I don't want to take all the values. Now you can see I have 3 values in the array. I believe all the values of the array will be divided by 2, I believe. Oh, still I am getting false. Why I'm getting false here? Divided by 2. Let me check this. Val by 2. I'm refreshing the page. Now you are getting true. I think I'm checking with the reminder, I believe. So earlier we have so many values now. In this so many values, why this is not working for us? Val by 2. Now it is also true. I mean, every value is divided by 2, but maybe some decimals also you may get it. Maybe the reason I think you are getting the thing. So now that's the reason I'm checking like this. Value greater than 2. All values are greater than 2, not greater than 2. Greater than or equal to, I think it may be true for us, I believe. Now you can check this. It is true for us. Why it is true for us? All values are more than 2, right? 2 or more than 2. So now I'm checking less than. All the values are less than 2. No, right? So you will get the something called false. Like this, what this method will do, this method will iterate each and every item in the array. After iterating each and every item in the array, if the condition passes, it will return true. Every value should satisfy that condition. If no value satisfies the condition, simply, so all the values are satisfied except these two values are not satisfying, still this method returns false only. So just we want to check that is satisfying the condition or not. Satisfied true, otherwise false. Now you can see the same situation. Now I'm going with the sum. What is the value sum here? The method you taken every method, right? Let us go with the method called sum. I think the method itself is saying that in the every method, every value of the array should satisfy the condition. But in the sum method, only some value satisfies the condition. That's enough. Now you can check this. I'm just going to refresh the page. Now if we can refresh, now you are getting true. Some values is enough. Not all the values, guys, here. Now you can check this. I'm going to take only these three values. But in these three values, only less than or equal to 2, right? Less than or equal to 2, this is maybe only one thing is going to be true, because this is less than or equal to 2 na, 2 or less than 2. So that's why you are getting the output like this. Now I'm taking 10. I think no one is there, right? Now it is giving you false. At least some values of the array satisfies the condition, this method returns true, otherwise its method returns false. But in the every method, what is the difference of every method? Every value of the array should satisfy the condition. This is exactly the every method as well as some method. These two methods will give you a value that is either written true or false. But other methods will do some job, right? I think we seen in the last session what other methods are doing. They're not giving you written true or written false. So only these two methods will give you written true, written false. Exactly. If the some values are satisfies the condition, okay. Otherwise, it is not, right? So these are all the array methods and array iteration methods. All these iteration methods are very, very important, guys. Right? Right. Definitely, because I personally know I used many times these iteration methods in the React application development as well as Angular application development. Definitely, these things will help us a lot for us. Okay, right. So next concept, guys, we need to discuss about is going to be strings or string handling, whatever it may be. You can take any name. Strings or string handling. String handling is nothing but library like this. How we have functions in the array, in the same manner we have functions in strings also. First of all, what is a string? Everybody know string is a collection of characters now, so we can simply say collection of chars. Exactly, collection of characters or collection of words, whatever it may be, we can say like this, collection of words also, right? Collection of characters, collection of words, that is called a string. In any programming language, guys, here remember arrays, strings, datetime library, these libraries are common. You can go to front end and back end technologies, but these libraries are common. And one more thing, wherever you go, you can go to Java, .NET, Python, PHP, JavaScript, jQuery, whatever it may be. Strings are common. In every programming language, strings are declared by using either single quote or double quote. Exactly. So we know that if you are keeping anything in this, now this is going to be called as a string, double quote. Or we can use single quote also, no? We can use single quote also. This is exactly the way of declaring the strings, guys, here, either in single quote, either in double quote. Now we know that where name, username equal to, you are entering some name, so something, this is the name you entered on the registration form. I'm taking one more thing where password equal to, I'm taking rom at 1234, this is the password I taken. Like this you can take many values now, so you can take password, username, like this we can take them, username and password, like this. What are all these values? It may be a number also sometimes, where mobile equal to, this is going to be 789 something like this I taken. Actually this is the number, we know that, right? This is a number, but remember, but in some point of time this is not a number. A special case, what is a special case? You know, generally we have registration form, we have login forms, we have contact forms, right? Generally we have, when we are asking, when we are filling the data in the registration form or somewhere around, remember, let me go where somewhere. Okay, otherwise let me create a form so that you will understand. Okay, right. So remember, whatever the number you are entering into the input form field, generally input type equal to text, right? Input form fields, if you're entering, remember always carefully, whatever the value we are inserting, we are entering into the input form, that is always be a string. Even though you're entering a number, that is always going to be a string value, guys. Here, now you can just go to facebook.com. I just want to show you a small scenario, right? For example, can you see create account is there? Here you're entering mobile number, right? You're entering some mobile number. You submitted. Actually, we know that this is the number, but when you're submitting, but remember, whatever the values you are entering into the input form fields like this, these are all the input form fields, right? So everything will be treated as a string by default, even though it may be a number, but keep it in mind. I will show you later how this will be a string, right? Every value, even though you can enter some number here, whatever the number you entered into the form fields, everything will be treated as a string only. After that, you have to convert it into a number. How can we convert into a number? We have to see it. There is some library. Number object is there. In interview also they will ask us typecasting. How can we convert one data type to another data type? Right. So if you entered a value as a string, that we have to convert into a number. Right, how we can convert into a number, that too also we can discuss, right? So this is the string. A string is a collection of characters. First of all, sir, we know array is the purpose of storing the data. Sometimes the arrays data we need to manipulate, nothing but we have to filter the data, we have to find an element in the array. Such a purpose, we have some predefined methods. In the same manner, for working with strings also, we have some predefined methods. Why we need predefined methods, at what point of time we need these methods, at what point of time we can apply these methods and all, we have to check it, right? For example, this is the username field. You're entering email ID. Sometimes I will enter some spaces, I will enter the name like this. Okay, I entered some spaces. Unfortunately, without my intention, some spaces are there. Can you see? So these are the spaces you entered with spaces. Generally, a space is also a character. Whatever the data you are entering in the input form field, we have to clean it. We have to sanitize it. Remember carefully, I am using one word called clean the data. Whatever the data we're entering in the form data, the data should be cleaned. Or I can use a word called sanitize the data also. Sanitize the data also. Form data. Whatever the data you are entering in the form, whatever the data we are entering in the form, the data should be cleaned. Who will clean this data? For example, I'm allowing you, I want to ask you to enter the mobile number, but in place of the mobile number, you are entering some characters also. Now 10 characters you entered. It is a combination of, remember, the mobile number is the combination of some numbers and some characters. Is it a valid mobile number? How can we verify the mobile number is valid or not? Okay, you are entering some email ID, rom@mail.com. Is this mail ID is in valid format? So is this mail ID is a valid length, proper length or not? First of all, without entering any value, if we can submit the form, I want to stop you. How do I know you entered a value in the text box or not? Right? Who will verify this? I want to split the string into pieces. I want to cut the string. You entered a very big string. For example, actually, in place of username, you have to enter only 100 chars in the place of username. So while you are creating an account, here I have username. In this first name, you have to enter only 100 characters. If you enter more than 100 characters, then what I need to do? How can I identify you entered more than 100 characters? I want to identify one more thing. The username should contain no special characters. But how can I identify you entered a name with special characters or without special characters? This is all done and manipulated by the string library only. this type of works, whatever the type of works you are doing, so we can use the string library only. You know one thing, we can sanitize the data, we can encrypt the data also. Encrypt in the sense we can convert the data into unreadable format. We can encrypt the data, we can decrypt the data if required, decrypt the data also if required, encrypt the data and decrypt the data also we can do. This is what exactly the concept of the string library, guys. Very, very important string library, right? Okay, now you can see, let me create a small file here so we can start work on the string. And lot of methods are there in the string library also. We need to check each and every method here. So very simple concept, guys, here, but many methods are there, but we have to discuss about it, right? And every library, arrays has its own individuality and strings has its own purpose, own library, own importance are there, right? So all the concepts are very, very important. We cannot say this is important, that is not important, something like this. String.html, for example, I have a string like this where username equal to, I'm taking something like this, rom, this is the variable you're having, okay, right? How can we find the length of the string? Earlier we have array. To find the length of an array, we have array.length property. In the same manner, in this also, username.length is a property. Length property is available for arrays as well as for string library also. This is going to give you total number of characters in a string, including spaces also, guys. Here can you see rom, there is one space. After that we are having almost all, this is 7 plus 3, 10 actually. Characters are 10, one space is there extra, that is going to be 11, I believe. Now can we run the file? If you can run the file, I think you can see the output will be the following, F12, and you can check this. Now the length of the string is 11. The total number of characters in the string is going to be 11, guys, right? Okay, if you want to find the length of the string at any time, we can use the following predefined property. Length is a predefined property. So in the array also, in array, if you can apply, we can get the total number of elements. If you can apply on the string, you will get the total number of characters in a string including spaces, exactly. So this is the length property. Okay, there are some methods, guys, here. Let us write this. Username dot to lowercase. There is a method like this. Okay, to lowercase. What is this method will do? Console.log. Whatever the characters you are having in the string, that will be converted into completely lowercase letters. Can you see, guys, here how this is going to be converted string into completely lowercase letters? Can you see actually R capital, B capital, but this method converting the string into lowercase letter completely. The method is to lowercase, very important. T small and L lowercase, L capital, C case, C capital. This is predefined. This is not defined by me, defined by you. Exactly as it is, you have to use them. So even though a small mistake, it doesn't work for us, guys. All right, keep it in mind. Now the next thing, there is a method called to uppercase also. Let me go there. Username dot to uppercase, U capital, uppercase. Now you can check this string will be converted into completely uppercase library like this, guys. Okay, all right, this is very important, right? So uppercase methods and lowercase. Now there are three methods are there. These are very, very important for interview, right? The method is going to be slice is a method. Substring, substring is a method, and substr is a method. Three methods are there. I think yesterday we seen the slice method in the array, right? Do you remember the slice method in the array? Why the slice method is for to cut the array into pieces. In the same manner, to cut a string into the thing, we can use the concept called slice. Exactly. Let me show you here how exactly the things will be happen. Let me apply the slice method. It's a very, very important thing, right? So it will always return a new string. What is the meaning of slice, guys? Here, cutting the array. After cutting the array, you will get a new string now, right? This is exactly right. So now you can see what is exactly I'm going to take a string. Welcome to, I'm writing a string from an IT or something like this. I return a string. I want to split this string. Right now, can you see? Okay, let me take this into a small variable. Right, name dot slice. Can you see, guys, here the method is name dot slice is a method. In this, I'm just passing 5 only. I'm passing one parameter. Console.log name dot slice 5. I used something like this. Now, if you can refresh the page, what is the output you are getting? From fifth position, you are getting remaining string, guys. Can you observe? So from fifth position, you are getting the remaining string. For example, if you can pass 15, from 15th position, you will get the remaining string, right? So this is exactly from here you are getting. If you can pass 0, I think you will get from 0 position to, you will get the remaining thing. Okay, this is exactly if you can pass one parameter. Now you can see this time I'm going to pass 0 comma 10. What is the meaning of it? Now 0 to 10 characters. Now you can check this exactly 0 to 10. Within the range you want to get it, you can pass the two parameters. This is 0 is the position. This is the 10th. What is the meaning of 10th here? I have a small doubt here. If I can take 100, now you will get 100 position. Now you can see I'm going to pass only 5. If you can pass 5, 0 to 5, 0 to 5. For example, now I'm taking this as a 10 comma 5. If you can take 10 comma 5, what is the meaning of it? Where is 10th position? The 10th position of the string. From there you will see 5 characters. Right now you can say I'm not getting anything, any reason. I'm writing 10 comma 5. If you can write 10 comma 5, I'm not getting anything, guys, anything wrong here. But remember, always in this, the first value should be lower than the second value, always, I believe. Now you can check this. If you can take this as a 10 comma 15, okay, this will work. 10th position and 15th position. Now you can see, earlier you didn't see any output. Now you can see you're getting output with the two spaces, I believe. Before and after there is a spaces. Can you see this is 10th position to 15th position only? This is also a position, this is also a position. Remember carefully, this point is very important thing. If you are writing only 5 below, you cannot go to the reverse direction, right? So 10th position and 5th position you are giving like this. But remember, the first value always should be low higher, and the second value should, sorry, first value should be always lower, and the second value should be always higher than the previous first value. Then only this slice method will work for cutting the array into pieces. Now I'm taking 10 to 20 characters. From 10th position to 20th position, simply says that 10th position to 20th position. In this, if we can just pass one parameter, see the output. If we can pass two parameters, two are the positions only. So this is the position and this is the position, starting position and ending position. See, so observe the difference here. Just using this method, right? Now if you can go with what is the method we are having, uh, substring and slice methods. If you can go with substring and slice methods, you can see the difference of that method also. Now I'm just going with substring method, guys, here. Very important thing. I think in this one more point, guys, you have to check this. We have to pass negative values also. Now you can see I'm passing some negative values, minus 12 comma. Okay, you can pass some negative values in the reverse direction also. It will give you, guys, here. Reverse direction in the sense it will check like this. Left it, right to left, it will check like this. I think you will get some value, right? URI FR. I mean, it is considering from this direction. URI, where is this is URI? This is minus 12 to minus 6, something like this. It is going to get you the things, guys, exactly. Right, like this, we can check the values from left to right, and if we can pass the negative values, this is the output. Negative in the sense, this direction you have to check. Minus 12, I mean, minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 6, and 7. Like this, minus 12 here, right? Minus 12 to minus 6, up to here, the range will be printed to you. FR and this is the -12 and -6 range. R is -6, U is -12. So within the given range, you are getting the value. In the slice method, we can pass negative values also. This is exactly. But in these some methods, we cannot pass the negative values. Just we can see this, guys, right? So this is done. Now the next method is going to be slice is done. Even if you can pass in the this place also negative value, you can check this -5. I'm passing -5 in the sense it will become from this direction. Now you can check this. You are getting MNIT, including a space exactly. So if you can provide positive value, left side to right side it will go. Now you can check this, left side to right side it is going, and completely from fifth position to you are getting the remaining values. But here it is not working like so, guys. Here if you can provide the negative value, so from here you are getting the remaining string. For example, if you can take -15, then what is going to be happen? -15 in the sense somewhere around you will get the value. Now you can check this. Yeah, this is exactly the values you are getting. So I mean, while you guys are practicing, you have to pass with the different values and you have to check with the same guys. Okay, right. Next, so next method is going to be substring method. What is exactly a substring method will do? And let me check this. The substring method and slice method will look like same. Nothing difference, guys. Here, what is the difference then? So in the substring method, we cannot pass negative values. I think that is the only difference. Now you can check this. Name.substring. This is the method we are having. In this, I'm passing 5. So earlier, what is 5 you seen in the slice method? From fifth position, you got the remaining string. I got the same output. Nothing difference is there, right? From fifth position, you pass it there. You got the same output. So now you can pass 10. Then what happened? 10th position, you will get the remaining string. Okay. Now, if you can pass -10, then what is going to be happen? Minus values will taken. Right. It is not taking the values. It is giving the complete string. Remember, substring will never accept negative values. Even though if we can pass negative value, actually in the slice method, what is -15? -15 in the sense from here you will get the remaining output. But if if we can pass -15 here, are you getting anything? Now you can see I'm printing both -15 with the slice, -15 with substring. Now can we see? So this is giving the complete string. It is not splitting anything. This is substring. But here it is working. Negative values will accepted by slice method, and substring method does not accept the values. This is always going to take positive values. Now you can take this. Now I'm taking this as a 5, 10 from fifth position to 10. It is also the same. But only thing, negative values are not accepted by the substring. What slice will do in the same manner, substring also will do. Now you can see the next method is going to be substr. Oh my god, what this will do then? It will also look like the same. I didn't observe anything, but now you can see. Now earlier, remember, I'm passing 3. Okay, I'm passing 5. Try to observe this carefully. And what is going to be happen from fifth position to you will get the remaining values. Actually earlier what happened, if you can pass 5 from fifth position, you will get the remaining string, right? So you can go to substring. Why not? You can go to substring. I'm taking 5 here. So substr of 5 and substring of 5. Let us see what is the output you are getting. Both are having same output now. Nothing difference, right? They look like the same. But what is the difference then? Remember carefully. If you can write 5, 10. Okay. Here also I'm writing 5, 10. Can you guess what is the output here? So what is this 5? 5 is the position, 10 is the position. But here 5 is position, 10 is the total number of characters you want to get from the 5. I mean, you will get 10 characters from fifth position to 10 characters you will get from fifth position to 10th position, between only you will get it here. Now you can check this, the difference here. Now you can see 10 characters, remember. So from fifth position, 10 characters you are getting, but here from fifth position to 10th position characters only you are getting. You are not getting all the thing, including spaces completely. Guys, here the only thing you have to observe, in the substring method, 10 is nothing but total number of characters you want from fifth position. So in this substring, 5 is the position, 10 is also the position. But here 5 is position, 10 is not the position, 10 is the total number of characters. Exactly. This is what exactly the concept you're having, guys. Okay. All right. Great. So this is what exactly the concept of some of the methods in the string library, and let us discuss some more methods, guys. And these methods are very important for interview. Definitely we can. And one more thing, substr is the mostly used method in real time, but the remaining methods I didn't use anywhere, but I used it many times substr, right? It's very important. Okay, now you can check this. Now the next concept is going to be very important, is going to be split method. This is very important. What is the split method will do? Name dot split, I'm taking this as a name dot split with the hash, split with the comma, space. Okay, see, the name string is having words, right? Every word separated with a space. Generally I am splitting the string into a place, right? Remember, by using split method we can convert a string into an array. Remember, this is very important. In interview they will ask us how to convert a string into an array. Okay na? And the same manner they will ask us like this also, how to convert an array into a string. Can you please tell me, how can we, this is very important for interviews question, how can we convert a string into an array? If you have a string, we can use a split method. By using split method we can convert a string into an array. For example, you have an array here. To convert a string we can use toString method, and or we can use join method also. This is very important, guys, for interview they will ask us. That's the reason I'm just telling you the point. So okay, split method. Now you can see what happened. The string will be converted into a string by separating space. Now you can check this. Now you are getting an array, welcome, and every word will be as an array element. So sometimes you can take a string like this. For example, I'm taking a string like this. Can you see, guys, here? This time I'm taking 10 hash, 20 hash, 30 hash, 40 hash. So I'm taking that like this 50 hash, something like this. I want to separate the string with hash now. Now you can see all the values will be into an array. Now you can see I'm separating the values of an array into a string like this. Exactly. It could be anything, guys. Here there may be any separator, whatever the separator it may be. You can use any separator or any character also. Now you can check this. I'm taking rom, ram. So now what is going to be happen, guys, here? The string will be divided into two partitions, definitely. Why? Because two elements in the array. I'm separating something like this. Welcome to and the thing. You can use any of the character also, guys, here. No problem. You can use any character, any string, any word, and any special characters for splitting the string into the parts. This is very important. What are all the methods we are discussing right now, but very important, guys. All these methods, all are string library only, but they are very important for us, right? One more scenario. So I asked you to enter the name, but unfortunately you entered name with some spaces. Okay, generally spaces are not accepted while saving it into database. So there are some spaces. Now can we see, I'm going to write console.log of for name. If you can print this, you can see the name is printed with empty spaces here. Generally, unfortunately, without your intention, without your knowledge, you typed some spaces, but you don't know. Actually, you typed some spaces, but it is not identified by you. But in this point of time, you are not a person to delete the spaces. Sometimes the spaces may be added automatically, or without your intention, the spaces may be typed in an input form field. But once you submit the form, we need to identify is there any spaces, and we have to remove them. So to do this, we have a method called trim is a method. What is the method name? Trim method. What this trim method will do, it will remove the empty spaces from both ends, left hand side and right hand side. Now you can check this. Now there is no empty spaces in left hand side and right hand side. Right? This is how we can trim the string. This is also very important, guys. Trim and split and sub str, lowercase and uppercase methods are very important. Definitely regularly we will use in real time, what I am concentrating majorly here, what are all the methods we can use in real time, the same thing I am going to concentrate here, guys. So these methods are very important, right? Okay. And we have a method called replace method also. Let me go with the method with replace. All right. There is a method with a name called replace, R-E-P-L-A-C-E, replace. What is the meaning of replace? I want to replace a string from a string. Now you can see name dot replace, name dot replace from name. In this, I want to replace what you want to replace, NIT, with what you want to replace, PHP. Now you can check this. It will be replaces a string, console.log. After that, I'm just printing it. Now you can check this. The string is replaced or not. Now you can see the NIT was replaced. For example, you want to replace a character A, or I want to take character A, you want to take character with Z. Okay, now you can check this. The character wherever you have A, I think it is replacing only in one place. Can you see? It is not replacing in all the places. So if you want to replace in all the places, then what I need to do here? That's a very important thing. So, but remember, the point is very important. By using replace method, I am able to replace a character. Okay, you can take NIT. I want to take with PHP, right? Now I want to take welcome to NIT from NIT. Now refresh the page. Can you see? First occurrence was replaces, but the second occurrence is not replaced, guys. Yeah. But I want to replace wherever you want. Then what I can do in this point of time? How can we replace wherever we want? And sometimes you can see I will take this into lowercase NIT, but if we can take lowercase, but is it replaced? No, it is not replaced in this point of time, right? How the string was there, capital letter, na? If you have capital letter, use capital letters NIT here to replace with. But I want to tell you one thing. The string may be either lowercase, the string may be either uppercase, but I want to replace it. Now you can see in this point of time, we can use the concept called regular expression. In this, the NIT slash I in the sense case insensitive. Wherever you have NIT in the string, I mean in the first occurrence only, now you can check this, it is going to be replaced into capital, but it is not replaced. Then what I need to do in this point of time, let me write slash G one more time. If we can write a slash G, is it working? Slash G is not working. Then what I need to do, you have to apply slash G here only, I believe. Let me do one thing. I and G, if I can apply both, will it work? Yeah, I think it is working, right? Yeah, it is working, guys. Can you see? It is working here, it is working here. What is the meaning of I case sensitive? Sorry, case insensitive. Whatever the case it may be, but I want to replace it, right? So this is what is the meaning of G is, global. Wherever you have this NIT in the string, in all the places, I want to replace it. This is very important scenario. You cannot use double quote here. Slash and slash represents regular expression. Later we can talk about a regular expression. Don't worry about it. But in this point of time, the situation demands us to use it. What is I stands for? Case insensitive. G stands for global matching. Exactly, right? So this is all about the some of the methods in the string library, guys, here. So what are some methods we are having? Let me check this. Okay, and one more method, concat. Already we know how can we concatenate the strings, right? For example, uh, right now you can check this. I'm going to have a method called concat method. What is this concat method will do? Generally we know concatenation, generally we will use plus operator. Now can you see here, whenever you are doing concatenation, we have to take some empty variable. Okay, now you can see name plus equal to, I'm taking something like this, try to see, and here name plus is equal to, I'm taking some value like this. Okay, don't worry, and I'm taking name plus is equal to welcome. So now if we can print this value name, now you can see all the values concatenated together, right? Definitely they will be concatenated together. Refresh the page. Now you can see values are concatenated together. The same functionality we can implement by using concat method also. Yesterday we seen concat method in the arrays. For concatenating an array into another array, we can use the concept like this. Now you can see, now you can have some variables like this. Name is equal to rom. Okay, and this is the f name. I'm taking f name. L name equal to something like this, and from equal to something. I'm writing welcome, something, whatever it may be. I have three variables are there. All the variables are var with the comma separate I created. Okay. If you want to concat them, now you can see fname dot fname, first name. You can use anyone. Same guys, whatever you applied yesterday on the arrays concat. In this, you can take lname comma. You can take from form. Okay, whatever it may be, form. Okay. So whatever the variable it may be, now you can check this. This is going to concatenate all these three variables together. Now you can check this. If you can refresh the page, concat is not a function. concat, spell mistake. Concat. Let us refresh the page. Now you can see all the values concatenated together, right? If you need some space, yeah, we can add some space also, guys. Here, space. I'm adding comma, and you can check this. Now you can refresh the page. Some space is there. If you want to add some space here, now you can check this. Some more space is added there. Can you see rom space, baburi space, welcome, something like this. So and here a space is also a string. We are concatenating the variables and the strings like this. Exactly, guys. This is the very important thing. Just check this. These are all the some of the important methods of the string library. Very important methods, all these guys here, right? In the next thing, we are going to discuss about date and time library. This is also very important, date and time. How can we get the current date? How can we get the current time? So I want to get the future date. I want to get the past date. So I want to find the date of birth, in the sense I want to find the day you born. It is a Saturday or Sunday, Friday, something like this. So tomorrow we can see completely date manipulation. So how can we work with the date manipulation, guys? Maybe on Monday we can discuss, tomorrow not. So we can see Monday date and time library. Okay, all right. Any doubts you have, let me know, please.